Here's my jungle. Well, old Mac lives in a jungle. What can I say? Yeah, Theo and I, we live in a jungle, don't we, Theo? Theo is my ever-living little companion. Come on, little baby. Oh, by the way, the storms, we got it all cleaned up. My bamboo road, it had a lot of broken bamboos you can see down through there. It was devastating for a lot of people, but we were very, very fortunate. Come on, Theo. Come on, buddy. My little old dog, he loves to go walking with me. Well, as best I can. Don't forget, old Mack's an old guy. Yeah. I'll never forget the day I was born. It was June the 30th, 1940. I was born in a little coal mining town a way long time ago. Oh, by the way, I was going to show you this little tree that I planted. It's such a nice little tree. I have high hopes. When it got down to 8 degrees last year, the other tree that I had planted didn't last. Well, as you can see, this is old Mack's little Green Acres is a place to be. Far from city living is a life for me. Theo, I'm not much of an entertainer, am I, Theo? What do you think, buddy? You looking for a snake? Are you looking for that proverbial copper-headed rattle moccasin? Little buddy, you got your summer haircut. You're looking fine. You're looking fine, little buddy. Well, like I was saying there, I was born on a stormy morning. My dad, at 4 o'clock in the morning, he was getting ready to go to work. My mama was laying over there, breathing heavy, but she did the thing she always done. This is Mother's Day, and I'm doing this video for you, Mom. She got up out of the bed. Now, you gotta keep in mind, I was a big old boy, fixing to be born. I came into this world at 9 pounds. Anyhow, she went in there and got the fire going in the cook stove, and she cooked up Daddy some fat back and made him some biscuits and gravy. He was a coal miner, but he was a dynamite man. Dynamite man in the mines. He had to leave out at 4 in the morning, early, you know, and he had to walk 6 or 7 miles. They didn't have cars back in my day. I mean, not everybody. Some people had them. The mine owners, the people that owned the mines, they had coal. They had cars. Anyhow, he got his lunch. She made him a dinner bucket, which consisted of leftover biscuits and fat back she crawled back into bed. Before he left, my mother said, "Have Ethel to come over." That was Mother's sister. That was Daddy's sister. And so, and some people say I'm already losing my mind because I made a mistake there. But that's a long time ago, so I'm starting to make mistakes. So he stopped over the house next door and had his sister. She already had a couple of kids, and I think maybe a third one on the way. I don't know. Well, she came over. By this time, Mother was groaning pretty heavy, and she spit out a little nugget of love. Now, my aunt, she knew, and so did my mother's. I was my mother's number 3 child. She knew how to tie the umbilical cord, but she was a little squeamish about cutting the cord, and she laid me up on Mama's belly. I'd already kind of I had good eyesight. I had them big old blue eyes, and they were just already looking for them love cushions, you know, get up on some of that milk. I already knew what to do. So I laid there. They cut my cord, and my Aunt Ethel, she went on back to the house to get her man Cleo off to work. Well, Mom laid there with her tongue hanging out, I guess, until about 10 o'clock. Because I wasn't a pleasant thing. I was a big old kid. Lord have mercy, it already been criminal to have a baby that size. But anyhow, she got up. You know, having babies at home are a little bit messy. So she got all the sheets and took them out there to the wash pot in the backyard. And she began to build a fire under the pot. Storm was raging pretty heavy, but she had to wait between thunderclouds and got the old pot going, and got a lucky break, got all the sheets and everything washed up, got them hung on the line, and she come back and took another break. And well, about 4 o'clock she had to go build that old stove, fire in the stove, stoke it up, because she had to she soaked some butter beans. When she got up at 10 o'clock to wash the sheets and stuff, she put a pot of butter beans on to soak, and she started boiling them butter beans, put a pound of cornbread in the oven, old coal stove, and well, Daddy don't show up. He couldn't get home. The storm had raged on. About 1 or 2 in the afternoon, it got really, really bad. The creek, we lived on 5 Mile Creek, and it ran out of its banks. And by the time he got off at the mines, the creek had flooded over. So, anyhow, 3 days later, he showed up. Him and the doctor, Dr. Snow was the company doctor for the coal mining doctor. And he came in and said the girls did a good job of, you know, fixing the old umbilical cord up. So, there's Angelique's little helmet. She was also in good health. He checked her out real good. And, well, of course, he pronounced me a human. And so after the doctor moves on, Daddy he took a drink out of his bottle, and he came in there and he looked at me for the first time. I was 3 days old when he first seen me. And he always wanted to be a truck driver, not a dynamite man. And so when he looked at me, by the way, he had just landed the job of driving a truck for the company, and he was to take over that position in a week or two as soon as he got a guy trained for a motorcycle. Not motorcycle. I got motorcycle on my damn brain. I ain't kidding you. For truck driving. No, hell no. Let me get the story straight. As soon as they trained the guy to be a dynamite man, you know, you just can't go and start lighting fuses on dynamite unless you know what you're doing. Well, anyhow, he took a look at me laying up in there. He started laughing. My mom said, what are you laughing about? And he said, you know that truck driving job that I got coming up here next week? And she said, yeah. He said, I'm gonna be driving a Mack truck. And that damn little old boy laying there, he is as ugly as a Mack bulldog. That is the ugliest baby I ever seen in my life. Look at that face. Got them little frog-looking eyes, blue, all bulged out of his head. Got a set of jaws on him. Anyhow, I was named Mack. Old Mack. I'm old Mack now. Oh, anyhow. God love you, Mother, wherever you are. I know where your earthly are laying at Lamb's Crossing, but I enjoyed you for many years. You lived to be 89, almost 89 years of age. Thank you for being my mother.